heroes of Freetown.
Don't pretend you're something that you're not.
Don't go thinking you're better than anyone else,
or that anyone else is better than you.
Don't shout about it. Get on with it.
We are Freetown.
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 Yeah.
We found our voice again.
I'm from India and Freetown.
I'm from China and Freetown.
I'm from the UK and Freetown.
I am from Nigeria and Freetown.
I am from home and Freetown.
This city belongs to everyone.
The fishermen,
the taxi driver,
the barber,
the drummers, the dancers.
All of us.
All of us. Everybody. We are Freetown.
The past is ours.
The future is ours. It's our time again.
And this city belongs to everyone.
The playwright,
the greengrocer,
the teacher,
the dog.
This space is ours.
This light is ours.
The beaches are ours.
The rivers now we own.
The roads are ours.
The bridges now we own.
We are Freetown.
Good evening and welcome to News Hour. Coming up in this edition, Bumbuna shut down sparks fear among Freetown traders and small businesses. After 200 years, Matengba village in Sanda Tindarin Chiefdom, Kawine district, gets its first school, the Terminal Limited Primary School. And Sierra Leone joins the rest of the world to celebrate International Family Day. Well, all these and more lined up in this edition of News Hour. Stay with us for the next hour. My name is Daphne Zainab Kamara. First on News Hour tonight, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority informed the public about a 12-day shutdown of the Bumbuna hydroelectric power plant for annual maintenance. The notice noted that the move was to strengthen the reliability of the national grid with a load management schedule amidst the growing concern of power outage across country. How will EDSA and EGTC navigate the distribution of electricity across the country? Moses Conte reports.
The Electricity and Supply Authority says Freetown needs about 80 megawatts. At the moment, Bumbuna only produces 2 megawatts because of the low level of River Rokel. Minister of Energy Cyril Arnold Grant says maintenance of the Bumbuna Hydro Dam has been a normal routine for the past 8 years, especially between April and May.
It's particularly terrible because the main generator that we have, Bumbuna, which is a hydro dam, at this time of year, every year, goes down, and in fact, it doesn't produce more than 2 megawatts that comes to Freetown. On a typical day in Freetown, we need about 80 megawatts to keep everybody happy. At the peak in the evening, when everybody is home, the air conditioners and everybody is home, we need about 80 megawatts. So you can imagine that Bumbuna, as it is right now, because of the level of water, only produces 2 megawatts, and it is backed up by, in the daytime, we have some solar feeds. We have about 15 megawatts from Makot. We have now, fortunately for us, a new project, Newton, which is still under construction, but that produces anywhere from about 10 to about 22 megawatts. And then, of course, we also have Car Power, which we've contracted for them to produce about 45. So it's a problem every year, and especially now.
He added several projects are on the way to solve electricity challenges.
So in the future, I envision a system where we won't have to have this discussion about power. Power will be available. And we are working, as I told you, we are working with sources of power that are going to be solar. What I'm saying is that 2026 is going to be the last year that is a reality for Sierra Leoneans. Yes, it's going to be 2027, but right around the corner, the Newton plant is already generating. It's not completed, but I was there about 2 weeks ago, and it was already pulling out in excess of 20 megawatts of power during the day, because it's a solar plant.
Mr. Grant also assures the public for an alternative solution of availability of electricity during the maintenance period.
So we've told them, no, you cannot extend this for 11 days. We can give you the maximum of 5 days. Let all the staff work overtime shifts, make sure they work around the clock to make sure that we can do all the maintenance we needed done over the next 5 days in preparation for the new rain season. At the same time, we've spoken to Car Power and they've agreed. They're going to increase their production from 45 to 65 megawatts. That now will give us enough power, and they will power those 4 transformers that I spoke about, which will now transmit power to all areas, at least 80% of the network will be power.
The minister appeals to the public to exercise patience.
As electricity tariff rate sets to increase in some mini-grid communities due to improvement measures, the Sierra Leone Electricity and Water Regulatory Commission has announced the launch of the popularization and public awareness campaign for the updated multi-year tariff order tool and alternative electricity supply measure in rural communities. Suleiman Babaturi reports.
Got the tariff between, just like Honorable Minister was saying, between EDSA and those people, the difference is scale.
The multi-year tariff order MITO tool is a system designed to ensure electricity tariffs are fair, transparent and predictable. The purpose of the updated version was to encourage investment in infrastructure and balance affordability for customers with the real cost of delivering reliable electricity service. According to the Director General of the Sierra Leone Electricity and Water Regulatory Commission, Festus Calais, the updated MITO introduced stronger oversight mechanisms, clearer tariff adjustment procedures, and enhanced safeguards to protect customers against inefficiencies. It was stated that such facilities cater for mini-grid communities in Sierra Leone.
Electricity supply requires continuous investment in infrastructure, maintenance, fuel, technology, and skilled human resources. Without a sustainable framework for cost recovery, it becomes difficult to improve and expand electricity services across the country.
The last review on such tariff was around 2020 to 2021, with the current tariff rate in mini-grid communities around 0.72%, equivalent to 8 leons per unit, and the rate was expected to go to 0.82%, which is around 10 leons per unit. The factors said to be considered during such review included generation cost, inflation, exchange rates fluctuations, maintenance and operations cost, infrastructural investment, and service sustainability requirements. The tariff would be different from community to community because there were different operators with different electricity systems. Looking at the importance of such electricity system to the country, the Deputy Minister too of Energy, Dr. Abdul Jallo, thanked EWRC and its partners for their role in improving the electricity system and admonished them to continue improving and investing in electricity.
This mission is being sponsored by the Sogrea project, but we have other mini-grid projects that are not Sogrea. They will also benefit from this.
As part of its public awareness campaigns, the Sierra Leone Electricity and Water Regulatory Commission and its partners would embark on a roadshow sensitization campaign to enlighten beneficiaries in district headquarter towns like Bo, Makeni, Kono, Moyamba, and Putloko. The engagement would target community stakeholders, youth and women leaders among others, to get hear their concerns and improve their understanding on the benefits and expected responsibilities within the electricity service delivery chain. It is believed that this development is going to help address electricity challenge in the country. SLBC News, Sulaiman Babatu reporting.
Furabe College Alumni Association Sierra Leone chapter will be organizing a float parade as part of their bicentenary activities, marking the institution's anniversary celebrations under the theme Legacy, Leadership and Learning. Speaking to our reporter Alwyn Roy Fox, the secretary of the association, Dr. Teddy Fode Musa, said the event aims to promote unity among alumni, celebrate the rich history of Furabe College, and support ongoing development initiatives within the institution.
Furabe College was established in 1827. 200 years coming, for next year we'll turn Furabe College into an institution that has served many people, great minds, some of them beyond this country. So Furabe College used to be referred to as the Advent of West Africa, first university that served not only West Africa but Africa as a whole. So we are turning 200 years in February next year. We have done a lot behind the scenes, and it is time that we come out in the public, and this is why we are coming up with a float parade. That will be on the 23rd, this Saturday, 7 a.m. We'll converge at the old Furabe College point in Kleintown, where Furabe College actually started. Most people did not know that Furabe College started in Furabe itself, in the area of Furabe, and that's why, in fact, the name comes Furabe. That's in Kleintown. We have the old building. So we'll be converging from that point, and we'll have a street parade right through the streets of Freetown, who will end up at Stadium, where we'll make speeches, and dignitaries of Furabe College, the well-wishers, friends as well, will all be there. For 200 years, as Furabe College is coming by next year, it is clear that it has left its own legacy, and it's a learning institution, of course. That legacy speaks more loud towards transforming people, people who have become holders of PhD, people who have turned professors, people who are not only giving to their country, but they are also professionals serving in the United Nations, serving in higher international institutions. We want to uplift Furabe College, and so the administration, the bicentenary committee themselves has spelled out a good number of projects that we should undertake. And what we have done as the Alumni Association is to pick up two of those projects, make it ours and run with them. We want to raise funds towards that. One of it is the electrification of Furabe College. We want to see Furabe College not coming on and off with the electricity challenge we have. It's an academic institution, lecturers are there. Some of them will wake up. They need the correct data to go into the system where they want to, and they fix up their learning materials for their students. Students as well are on campus. We don't need this on and off light. So we have taken up that single project as what we can deliver on as the alumni. The second project is the beautification of Frade College itself. We want to beautify it. Before next year, the February start off proper, we will have to paint all the buildings at Frade College. We want to beautify certain places. We cannot do it alone, but we are going out to raise funds. That will be our own contribution for the College Alumni Association, the Sierra Leone chapter. So those two projects are what we want to deliver on.
Well, that was the Secretary of the FBC Alumni Association, Dr. Teddy Fode Musa, talking about the proposed float parade as part of their bicentenary activities marking the institution's anniversary celebrations. The Anti-Corruption Commission has cleared the administration of the University of Sierra Leone over alleged financial and procurement irregularities between 2021 and 2023. Speaking on the Good Morning Sierra Leone show, journalist and media commentator James Tambalebi described the issue as being driven by personal vendettas, grudges, and abuse of office by the minister. Meanwhile, ACC Public Relations Officer Alex Eber affirmed that no wrongdoing was discovered following investigations into the allegations. To know more on the issue, let's have an excerpt.
Our intention when we commence investigation, it is not to win or lose. It is to review the evidences before us and to make a determination at the end of the investigations, what are the actions that we are going to take. We investigate, and depending on the outcome, it would inform us whether we are going to prosecute, whether we are going to invoke provisions in Section 89, the non-conviction recovery model, whether we are going to do systems review, as in this case, making recommendations for addressing certain systems deficiencies. So in this particular matter with the University of Sierra Leone, investigation arose from several issues that came to our attention. And those issues at the end of our investigation revealed lots of issues around procedural fairness, jurisdictional inconsistencies by, for example, a committee which was established to comment on investigations that involve certain senior officials within the University of Sierra Leone, but also on issues around unresolved or unreconciled, financial or audits. Yes, on the issue of financial management.
Yes.
Even before we came in to do this particular investigations, which we have concluded on, the Audit Service Sierra Leone had already done its probe, and they had cleared the university of any wrongdoing whatsoever or any financial irregularity. But even beyond the Audit Service Sierra Leone, the ACC ourselves, we had already previously investigated. Our investigation also showed that there were no wrongdoing. So when a committee of this sort was constituted, it made no difference to those conclusions of those previous investigations done by the ACC and the Audit Service Sierra Leone, and they did their investigations independent of those conclusions, which were only reconciled. That was just one
investigation. Currently, two things. One, the minister has been reinstated while a previous grant is being administered by a private firm. Two, she gained funding under the university, unknown to the university, but administered by that private firm. And Malam O is an employee of that private firm.
No, Mr.
Let me explain.
The issues are many.
There are many. In fact, I have documents to the effect. Let me explain. I have documents to the effect. When Malam O eventually submitted that report, her salary increased. I cannot tell whether it was in compensation of that dirty job he did or was a coincidence, but there was a difference, and he was even given a a salary back payment.
Okay, now
so there is a clear conflict of
interest. Now the
point was a vendetta to strike Professor Samai from becoming.
Well, that was James Tambalebi, journalist and media commentator. Earlier, you also heard Alex Eba, PRO of the ACC. They were talking about findings of the ACC's investigations that exonerated the administration of the University of Sierra Leone over alleged financial and procurement irregularities between 2021 and 2023. Members of Furabe College Muslim Jamaat have turned the sword for the construction of a new place of worship on campus. The venture is meant to provide a conducive and spacious structure that would accommodate the growing number of Muslim students. Mohammed Koroma tells us more.
Past and present members of the Furabe College Muslim Jamaat converged to witness the turning of the sword for the construction of a new mosque. The project appears to be ambitious, but the Jamaat is targeting to complete the project in the next 2 years. The chairman of the occasion, Dr. Mohamed Abdullah Koroma, encouraged the congregation to work together and support the project. He said the proposed ultra-modern structure is worth $3.6 million.
We have less than 100,000 in our account, and the budget of the engineers is $3.6 million US. Among the Sadaqah Jariyah, continuous charity, is what we are coming to witness today, the construction of a masjid. As long as the masjid is standing and people are praying there, people are carrying out Islamic activities there, will continue getting reward till the day of resurrection.
The first imam of the previous FBC mosque, Dr. Ibrahim Salou Kamara, recounted the circumstances that led to the construction of the maiden FBC mosque. He called on past members, both home and abroad, to support the initiative. The Deputy Registrar of Furabe College, Brahma Jah, lauded FBC Muslim Jamaat for the venture. He said the project was being undertaken at a time when the college is about to observe its 200th anniversary.
This project is recognized by the administration as one of those projects that will transform the face and image of Furabe College. So that is why we are very, very heartened as an administration by the boldness of the Furabe College Muslim Jamaat.
After the demolition of the previous structure in 2024, the Muslim community is currently praying in a makeshift structure that is not conducive. The occasion also saw pledges and donations together with a site visitation. For SLBC, Mohamed Koroma reporting.
A gender and power analysis survey conducted across 10 public universities in Sierra Leone has revealed widespread concerns over sexual and gender-based violence, with researchers highlighting weak institutional policies, low awareness levels, and inadequate reporting mechanisms within tertiary institutions. The findings were disclosed during a validation meeting held under the Building Respect and Anti-Violence Education for Women and Girls BRAVE project implemented by SEND Sierra Leone and supported by Welt Hunger Hilfe and the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. Emmanuel Samora has more.
The Gender and Power Analysis Report aims to promote equality and strengthen inclusive learning environments across public universities in the country. Speaking at the event, Country Director of St. Celine Joseph Ayamga said many students enter universities in pursuit of education but often leave burdened by fear, silence, and emotional trauma caused by abuse and intimidation. He warned that universities risk normalizing violence and harassment if stronger accountability and protection systems are not established.
When 66% of students do not know where to report sexual and gender-based violence, silence has become institutional. And when only 7% trust the confidentiality of reporting systems, then trust itself is in crisis.
Presenting the findings, Sheka Kamar, head of research at Yamsal Services, disclosed that the survey engaged more than 3,500 students alongside university management staff across 10 public university campuses using a mixed method approach. According to the report, one of the major gaps identified is the absence of comprehensive provisions on SGBV in the Universities Act, which only addresses sexual harassment, while overlooking broader forms of gender-based violence. The survey also found that awareness of GBV policies among students remains significantly low across most institutions.
So one of the things we find out that there is low awareness of GBV policy within the university. We find out that a lot of university students, some they're not even aware that there are laws. We are like 47% of the university students who said they do not know if there is any law on SGBV.
Following the presentation, stakeholders reacted to the findings with mixed feelings, while also calling for urgent need for reforms.
There is a system that no one person can go beyond. So to create the impression that students are afraid to complain, at the end of the day, they will be victimized for that. That is the problem, in fact. The problem really is that most of these students are not sensitized enough to know that it is their right, to know that there are channels, they can take up their matters, and these matters will be addressed.
Participants were later divided into working groups to develop practical recommendations aimed at addressing SGBV and strengthening survival support systems within universities. Project manager Augusta Nyambe explained that the BRAVE project was initiated following several studies that revealed the widespread prevalence of SGBV within the education sector.
The BRAVE project came as a result of a visibility studies which we did way back then, and it tells us that the issues around gender-based violence is very prevalent within the educational system, especially within the tertiary educational institution. And when you look at the awareness level, it's been very limited. And then in terms of reporting again, people are not reporting because of fear of stigma, of issue of confidentiality.
She further disclosed that the next phase of the initiative will focus on harmonizing existing university policies and develop a standardized GBV policy framework for tertiary institutions across Sierra Leone. Emmanuel Samoa, SLBC.
Sierra Leone has joined the rest of the world in celebrating the International Day of Families with a series of activities organized by the Ministry of Social Welfare aimed at promoting family unity, responsibility, and social development. Emmanuel Williams has more.
The International Family Day is observed to highlight the importance of family as the foundation of society, promoting values such as care, protection, and responsibility. In Sierra Leone, the Ministry of Social Welfare marked the occasion with a range of activities designed to strengthen family bonds and address social challenges affecting communities. The celebration began on the 15th of this month at the Female Correctional Center in Freetown, where the Ministry of Social Welfare brought together female inmates and their families in a rare and emotional reunion. The initiative allowed inmates to spend quality time with their loved ones, creating moments of joy, healing, and renewed hope. The ministry emphasized the importance of strong family structures in preventing crime and building a responsible society. As part of the celebrations, the ministry also organized a family health walk, bringing together government officials, including ministers and directors, to promote healthy living and unity among families. The activities continued with an International Family Day conference under the theme Families, Inequalities, and Child Well-being, where stakeholders engage in discussion on family development, social protection, and national progress.
Inequality and child well-being within the context of our beloved Sierra Leone. This conversation is not only about policy, it is about people. is about the everyday realities of mothers and fathers striving to provide for their children. It is about the hopes and dreams of young boys and girls across our nation. It is about the future of Sierra Leone itself. Families are the foundation of every society. They are the first schools where children learn values, disciplines, compassion, and responsibilities.
Officials say the conference focused on particular solutions to challenges affecting families, including parenting, youth behavior, and social responsibility.
We have changed laws on gender, we have changed laws on child rights. Her Excellency the First Lady championed the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. We have ensured that other institutions like Legal Aid Board are now expanded and extended across the country. The police have FSU, and that is strengthened.
From correctional centers to public streets and policy discussion, the ministry's activities highlight a comprehensive approach to strengthening families as the foundation for national development.
Like many other speakers you will hear from today, to say we want to talk about the partnership, the marriage between the family and the government to be able to develop this country. That means everybody gets a role and responsibility. And nobody knows for this, no one person, neither the family, nor the government, or even development partners, get for never. Everybody has their role to play.
The Ministry of Social Welfare says it remains committed to promoting family values and creating platforms that support unity, responsibility, and sustainable social growth. For LCBC News, Emmanuel Williams reporting.
Well, in case you've just joined us, you're watching NewsHour coming to you live on SABC Television in Freetown. We take more news stories. After 200 years of expectation, the people of Mentaba, Sanda Tindarin Chiefdom in Kawine District have access to education. With the construction of the Terminal Limited Primary School, the school has become the first in the village. The infrastructure goes beyond education. Its inclusivity ensures no eligible child is left behind. Cynthia Kamau witnessed the milestone event in Kawine District.
Culturally, this is a profound demonstration of appreciation and welcoming kind of gesture unique in Sierra Leone. There could not be a better time than this after the village has waited for over 200 years to access basic education. The construction of the Freetown Terminal Limited Primary School has made history, being the first school after decades of existence at Mentaba village. Before now, pupils of Mentaba village used to walk 2 to 6 miles to nearby Matoi and Batkanu villages, often with empty stomachs, to access education. Now the essential service is at their doorstep. In a village nestled with rising stars and future leaders, Freetown Terminal Limited Primary School signals a major boost for access to education that will empower children and have a ripple effect to enhance development in the district and the country at large. This is one among the 6 classrooms built here at Sanda Tendarin, Mentaba village, Kawine district. This particular structure is meant to elevate and improve education in this part of the country. Each classroom is spacious and highly ventilated, creating a comfortable learning atmosphere. The light in the community was ushered in by Freetown Terminal Limited and Africa Global Logistics, believing their mandate goes beyond shipping and logistics to giving back to society. Unveiled in a plaque, these 4 portraits are the pioneers behind the history of the school, encompassing the section chief, chief executive director of Freetown Terminal Limited, and the icon of the Africa Global Logistics. Chief Captain Komabai Fabjoko Kokan, who received a chieftaincy position for his contribution.
General Manager of Freetown Terminal, and of course, Stanley Bangura. Without support of Paramount Chief, this will never see the day. It's not money. It's the special effort they put in. In this place, there is a heart of the people. Sacrifice, not money. Who care about money? Our mission of Freetown Terminal School is to empower the children to think critically, act responsibly.
The smiles on the faces comes knowing they will no longer walk the distance to school. The pupils were excited to share what it means for them.
I will no longer walk miles to school. I am willing to take my book seriously.
I used to walk 4 miles to and fro from my village, Mateboy. I return home most times, forgetting all I have been taught in class. I am glad to have school closer to me.
Indigents of the villages welcome the project, describing it as a long-awaited development.
Children have been very stubborn and reluctant to go to school because of the distance. We welcome the school.
Distance. Well, since they come to this school and they're happy for school.
I'm glad for that. I was not fortunate to be educated. My children and grandchildren will educate and become great in society.
Representatives from the Ministry of Education in Kaine District and other authorities applauded the project not just for the present pupils but generations to come that will attend. School project overseer Stanley Bangura noted the school goes beyond its structure to distribution of school learning materials. Known for expertise in shipping in the country, Freetown Terminal Limited and Africa Global Logistics were awarded by pupils and stakeholders of Mentaba Village, Kaine District, for bringing life and light in their community. For SABC News, Cynthia Kama reporting.
The Rotary Club of Freetown has reaffirmed its commitment to humanitarian service with a visit to the King George VI home for the aged in Grafton. The outreach forms part of the club's annual activities aimed at supporting vulnerable groups, particularly the elderly. Aminata Bangura reports.
During the visit, members donated essential food and household items valued at approximately 25,000 leones. Items presented included rice, water, drinks, onions, cooking oil, among others. Beyond the donation, Rotarians spent time engaging with residents of the home, sharing meals, listening to their experiences, and offering companionship, showing that emotional support is as important as material aid. Dr. Muriel Harris, project chair and member of the Rotary Club of Freetown, stated that the club carries out the donation annually at the King George VI Memorial Home for the Aged.
Rotary supports, and we know a lot of people support, but I think we also need to think about what their needs are. So one of the things that I would like to see us do as Rotary Club is to do another assessment of where the greatest need is for project, actual service project, which we could do as Rotarians, in addition to what we do here at the end of the year.
Joyce John, a councillor and member of the management team at the King George VI Memorial Home for the Aged, thanked the Rotary Club of Freetown on behalf of the residents for their continued support and care. The visit provided essential support while promoting compassion and dignity for the elderly, showing that true service is about both giving and human connection. Dr. Doroda Milisk, popularly known as Rotarian Radcliffe and past president of the club, explained that Rotary Club is a global humanitarian organization focused on supporting people and communities. He emphasized that membership is voluntary, with individuals contributing their time, resources, and talents to assist those in need and improve the lives of less fortunate members of society. SLBC, Aminata Bangua reporting.
The contest is intensifying for Paramount Chieftaincy on the Buea section of the de-amalgamated Buea-Rumende Chiefdom. A total of 11 candidates are expected to enter the race. Howell Williams was at Kamasondo in Buea Chiefdom, Kayune District, and compiled the following story.
As the contest is intensifying for Paramount Chieftaincy in the Buea segment of the de-amalgamated Buea-Rumende Chiefdom, 11 candidates have entered the race. When elected in the coming months, the new Paramount Chief will be the steward of a chiefdom, aspiring towards education for all 64 villages in Buea Chiefdom. The 11 contestants aspiring for the Paramount Chieftaincy portray themselves to be working in mutual solidarity in the hope that one amongst them will emerge as winner. Each of them was present for the occasion of declaration for the 11th and most recent candidate. Based on the popular turnout and the opinions of several chiefdom residents interviewed, Suleiman Mohamed Sise of the Baibanta Ngoa ruling house is the emerging front-runner. His declaration ceremony, which drew residents from their homes and cut across political and occupational boundaries, was the largest thus far. Mr. Sise said that teachers of Buea Chiefdom could give testimony of his premium on the education sector and his belief that with the crown he could do more. He said his loyalty has always been with the people and its leadership, particularly by Banta Kennedy, to whom he conceded in 1989 and supported throughout his rule until the late Paramount Chief's recent demise.
The 27th batch of the China medical team has marked the World Hypertension Day by providing free medical service to people of Waterloo in the Western Air Rural District. The initiative aims to enhance local health awareness and provide direct medical aid while strengthening the friendship between China and Sierra Leone. Abdul Mansari has more.
The free medical treatment by the 27th batch of the China medical team featured a comprehensive health package that included professional blood pressure checks, health profiling, public lectures on hypertension prevention and care, and the free distribution of essential antihypertensive medications. Many people residing in Waterloo converged at the Waterloo Community Health Center to receive the humanitarian gesture from the China medical team. Associate Chief Physician from the Chinese medical team, Jin Shaxin, emphasized the significance of addressing hypertension, calling it a silent killer due to its asymptomatic nature. She advocated for changes of lifestyle to prevent the condition, which can lead to a severe health complications such as stroke, heart failure, and kidney disease.
China and Sierra Leone are friends through thick and thin. Your health is our priority. We are committed to standing with you, shoulder to shoulder, to fight against non-communicable disease.
The Principal Public Health Superintendent in the Ministry of Health, Kaisama Sware, highlighted the initiative's focus on tackling hypertension, a major health concern in the country. He noted that if successful, there are plans to extend the program to other communities. Sware stressed the essence of knowing one's blood pressure status and managing lifestyle factors to control hypertension effectively.
Put all our problems behind us. When you put your problems behind you and you control your eating habits, something that can cause the hypertension, you stop it after when you are being advised then that can really reduce the hypertensive case.
A beneficiary, Lucy Massakoy, shared her personal experience with hypertension, stating that it often creates distraction for her work. Lucy underscored the significance of such initiatives as a victim of the condition, particularly given their impact on her work and daily life.
They are doing so much for us, really, because it's a great sacrifices they are doing for people. Because, as you say, the economy is very difficult for us all now.
The collective voices of beneficiaries reflect a deep appreciation for the medical team's commitment to improving health outcomes in Sierra Leone. As World Hypertension Day comes to a close, the Chinese medical team's efforts in Waslu serves as a reminder of the importance of community health initiatives and international collaboration in addressing pressing health issues. SLBC News, Abdul Mansari reporting.
As uncertainty deepens over the planned 12-day shutdown of the Bumbuna hydroelectric power plant and the 161 kV transmission line, anxiety is growing among traders and small business owners across the city, for many whose livelihoods depend entirely on refrigeration and steady electricity supply. The looming blackout threatens not only their businesses, but also the survival of their families who depend on them. Beverage sellers, ice cream vendors, and cold room operators say they are preparing for heavy financial losses as the May 18 to May 29 shutdown commences. Elizabeth Molem-Sise has more.
In the busy streets and trading corners of the city, the constant hum of refrigerators and freezers has become more than background noise. It is the sound of survival. From soft drink vendors to ice cream sellers, hundreds of small businesses rely heavily on uninterrupted electricity to keep produce fresh and customers coming. But with the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority announcing a 12 days shutdown of the Bumbuna hydroelectric power plant and the 160 kV transmission line, fear and uncertainty is now replacing the usual rhythm of trade. Inside small beverage shops, traders stand beside refrigerators packed with drinks, anxiously discussing what the prolonged outage could mean for their businesses. Many say they are already struggling with difficult economic conditions, and planned shutdown may push them even further into hardship. For Mohamed Kamara, an ice cream seller in the central part of the city, electricity is the backbone of his business. Without refrigeration, he says, his produce will spoil within hours, affecting not just him, but also many people who depend on his shop for income.
I have over 200 customers who buy from me to sell. This is where they survive with their families. So if there will be a shutdown, then business won't go on.
At another trading spot, rows of chilled soft drink-filled refrigerators as customers move in and out under the afternoon heat. But behind the daily transaction lies growing concern. Aisha Kabo says customers rarely buy drinks that are not properly cold, making electricity essential for her survival.
For the past few days, the electricity has not been stable, so I'm just wondering how it will be during the shutdown, and this is where I survive with my family.
For cold room operator, the concern is even greater. Large quantities of frozen products depend on the constant refrigeration, and many operators say they have no alternative power source. Pa Almami Sila, who operates a cold room business, expressed frustration over the situation, saying while maintenance work may be necessary, the impact on traders could be devastating.
This will really affect our source of livelihood. The maintenance is not the problem, but we are pleading for the time to be reduced.
As the shutdown period commences, affected traders are now appealing to authorities to reconsider the duration of outage or introduce a more reliable load management system that would allow businesses to operate for at least a few hours daily. Many believe short measures could reduce financial losses and protect small businesses that rely entirely on electricity to survive. For now, however, uncertainty continues to hang heavily over traders whose livelihoods may soon go dark alongside the power supply. For SLBC News, Elizabeth Molen-Sise reporting.
Time now for our segment, and we start with the entertainment update.
Hello and welcome to another update of our exciting entertainment news with me, Abdul Mansari. In this edition of entertainment news, incredible JJ and Jezino's song Crush takes first place on Liberia and Sierra Leone Audiomack Top 200 charts. And of course, Peace Ambassador Shady Baby shares quality time with Autistic Kid. Now, incredible JJ and Jezino climbed the top spot on the Audiomack Top 200 charts in both Liberia and Sierra Leone with their infectious single Crush. My crush, my spec. Tell me if you love me, oh, don't you hold on yourself. Alright, this song, which blends Afrobeat rhythms with catchy lyrics, has captured the hearts of fans across the region, solidifying the artist's positions as rising stars in the industry.
My crush, my spec. Tell me if you love me, oh, don't you hold on yourself. Till another person have me, oh, come out and express yourself. You could be the one that I've been waiting for. Unveil yourself, don't keep me waiting, I'm here for you.
The song, which has hit thousands of streams on different musical platforms, is now trending on social media as fans are dancing onto it with love.
My spec. Tell me if you love me, oh, don't you hold on yourself.
Incredible JJ and Jezino express their gratitude to their fans by dropping a cover of the song.
Tell me how you feeling. I know you really miss me. Reminiscing about you daily. A memory so refreshing. We catching cruise on the weekend. I don't mean if anything. Your love always sweet me. She got to my tea. You are my melody. It's energy taking over me. I won't lie, you my remedy.
Jezino, who didn't want to return, was seen having fun with kids by the beachside, vibing to his lines in the Crush song. This is indeed a great love shared, Jezino. We hope other international stars emulate likewise. Finally, the Peace Ambassador Shady Baby, the brain behind Where You They Come With Me Young Style, me not watch you face, me not watch you face, has finally fulfilled the dream of an autistic child by spending quality time with him and his family. The admirer was full of happiness as he interacts with the ambassador. They were dancing and singing Shady Baby's popular songs. The mother of the boy explained the love the boy has for Shady Baby's songs. Wow, it was indeed a quality time spent with this kid and the family. Well, that's all we have for you in this edition of Entertainment News, and I have been your presenter, Abdul Mansari. Stay glued to the SLBC. Bye-bye.
Well, now to our final segment, the sports update.
Hello and welcome to Sports Update on the news with me, June Kuruma. In this segment of Sports Updates, the Sierra Leonean football fans are set for a fascinating 2026 Orange FA Cup showdown after arch rivals Eastern Lions and mighty Blackpool secured their places in the final. Abu Kabia has a story.
All roads will be leading to Bow City for the historic 2026 Orange FA Cup final after an impressive performance from two of the oldest teams in the country, Eastern Lions and mighty Blackpool. The highly anticipated Freetown Derby FA Cup final between Eastern Lions and mighty Blackpool is scheduled for May 31st at the Southern Arena in Bow, and promising an unforgettable clash between two of the country's most historic football clubs. Eastern Lions booked their spot after edging past FC Cologne with a now 1-0 victory in a 10 semi-final encounter at the approved school grounds on Sunday. Meanwhile, mighty Blackpool survived a major moment against tournament debutant Abacha City after a goalless draw in regulation time. Mighty Blackpool held their nerve to a 4-3 win on penalties in a dramatic shootout. For Eastern Lions, the final presents an opportunity to end a painful 37-year wait for FA Cup glory. The club last lifted the trophy in 1989 and has since suffered heartbreaks in several finals, including defeats in 1990, 2023 and most recently in 2024. Despite reaching 4 finals in the last 7 editions, the Killers are still searching for the silverwares that many believe their loyal supporters deserve. Mighty Blackpool's journey to the final marks a remarkable return to the big stage. The club is appearing in its first FA Cup final since the 1970s and will now look to crown their resurgence with a historic title triumph. With pride, history and silverwares all on the line, the Sierra Leone football fans can expect an electrifying atmosphere when two of the traditional giants collide in Bow. The countdown to one of the biggest domestic football matches in recent years has officially begun. Abdul Kabia, SLBC Sport Freetown.
In another development, the president of the Sierra Leone Boxing Association, Solomon Desmond Kago, has informed SLBC Sports about the preparedness of the Sierra Leone Boxing Association ahead of the 2026 Commonwealth Games.
Prepare, you cannot just dress one day, say they're going to ring and ring. And boxing, as I always say, individual sport where they not the ring, now you want to win. Within the coach, I'm telling you, outside the ring, you ever go implement the ring. So it involves a lot of physical, technical training. I can assure you, say, the team way, because right now we know if we have the final list from, well, at least we know that about 5 boxers, then we go there for represent.
Locally based boxers?
No, we have 3 out, we have 2 in. We have 3 outside, then we have 2 because we want to make sure, say, the diaspora, we have more diaspora now, but we want to make sure, say, when they give the opportunity with the local and the international, and based on that, they give them the opportunity for themselves to compete international so that they will get the international experience. They will meet with other boxers and they will see for their eye. So based on that, we look at it that we get 2 solid men there because of the weight class. Then we have 1 diaspora from Josephine from Netherlands. We have Mohamed with Switzerland. Then we have this kind of wisdom where they Ghana if we cancel end of this month because we plan for a trial for the 1 day where they will come and then we just showcase. It's not going to be that way, but let them showcase it. These are the boxers who are prepared for their trip. And why the advantage is that most of these boxers they will choose don't get exposed by attending international competition because one thing will happen we can make, we get the boxers, then we'll get the physical part, we'll get the technical. But because they are not exposed, then someone they panic, put the iPad for letting go represent me. And boxing, one they do very well now because most time no one no more too who can take care of because we improvement we see now they go $3 or $4 or $5 for who represent the country.
And that's all we can share in this segment. I've been your presenter, June Kuruma. Thanks for watching.
And now to end the news, the main points again. The planned 12-day shutdown of the Bumbuna Hydroelectric Power Plant and the 161 kV transmission line has made anxiety to grow among traders and small business owners across the city. For many whose livelihoods depend entirely on refrigeration and steady electricity supply, they are calling on authorities to shorten the duration for the planned shutdown. After 200 years of expectation, people of Mentagba, Sanda Tindarin Chiefdom in Kayuna District have access to education. With the construction of the Terminal Limited Primary School, the school has become the first in the village. The infrastructure goes beyond education. Its inclusivity ensures no eligible child is left behind. And Sierra Leone has joined the rest of the world to celebrate International Day of Families with a series of activities organized by the Ministry of Social Welfare aimed at promoting family unity, responsibility, and social development. Well, that's how we wrap up this edition of News Hour from the SABC. I've been your news anchor, Daphne Zainab Kamar. Thanks for watching and keep watching the SABC. Good night.